Shaz back again. So now that we've got all the introduction to my channel and about me stuff out of the way, I thought it was time to have some fun. So this is an eye product haul. Not necessarily just from Ulta or just from Sephora or just from Beautylish or just from independent websites or going into stores or online. It's a bit of everything. So I'm gonna hit sort of all sorts of price points and yeah, just show you some things that I've got that I've either not touched at all or maybe touched once or twice, but I'd love some feedback on what you might like to see a look on of anything that I'm going to show you. Otherwise I'll just play with things and pick them at random and start doing that. I've also got lip products, face products, brushes, perfumes, but we're not going to get that to that today. And if I don't get on with it, we're not going to get to all the eye stuff either. So the first one I want to show you is NYX Soft and Rosy. This says it's new on the Ulta website, but I don't know whether it is. And this is what it looks like inside. Hopefully that focused okay. Seems to be. And it's pretty much cool tones, mauves, pinks, a cranberry, a matte black for smoking out colours. What it's missing is a plain matte in an off-white or flat pink, or because I put on eyeshadow by putting on eyeshadow primer, which can quite often just be an eye cream, and then I'll go all over it in a flat light colour like this, or one of my all-time favourites is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Tempura. It's just off-white, it's a beautiful creamy colour and it's a beautiful formula, and it just gives you that lovely base that makes blending a whole lot easier. So pro tip there. So these colours are what I'm wearing now, and I used every colour in the palette. So I don't know if you can see that very well. Anyway, I used every colour in the palette. I do quite like it. It blended out fairly well, but like I said, my trick is to lay down a light coloured powder. And I always prefer it when a palette has that. So otherwise I need to have a companion palette with it, which I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So I'll let you know how it wears, because I'll wait until tomorrow to edit it because I want to watch the Olympics tonight. And I'll put a little note down here whether it wore well, because it's mid-afternoon now, if it wore well into the evening, or whether it faded or got blotchy or whatever. I'll just put some little notes in the film down here. So this is at a lower price point. I'll also put, to save the yakking, I'll also put the prices, the current price that I can find that seems to be the most consistent. These lower price point items like NYX, although some of the drugstore stuff is getting up there now, but this one is a lower price point. It's pretty flimsy packaging. It's only 6 shadows. It's just got a soft tip foam applicator. They're not all that expensive, and I'll double check the prices because some of these I bought a while ago and they've just been sitting in my haul drawer. And this is another two I don't know what the air was. This is another two that I really like. This is Pacifica, and you can get these at Ulta or from their site online, and you can occasionally get lucky like I did yesterday with this one. This one I've had a little while, and I picked up on a... I never buy Pacifica, and I buy a lot of Pacifica. I never buy them until Ulta put them out at buy one, get one 50% off. And I bought some other things, probably micellar water there. Micellar water is my favourite. And these are all 100% vegan and cruelty free. But I happened to snag this one yesterday, completely sealed, at TJ Maxx for $5.99. You can't see on there, but... So this one is all very soft satiny shimmers. This one is all mattes. So I need both in a palette, and I think these two palettes go very well together. There's some fun colours. Oh, I'm all over the place here. There's some fun colours in the shimmery side, and there's all the mattes you could need to do the whole eyelid setting, and then fluffing out your transition colour nicely, because I have to do it a particular way for hooded eyes. And then there's some nice bright and soft shimmers in here for ombre colours or some bright pops in the outer V. I just think they're great little palettes. I know their pigment is great. They last, not as long lasting as some of the expensive high-end ones I'll show you, but they'll last you a work day. Or, you know, a brunch and a bit of shopping afterwards or whatever. So they're really good, and I'm excited to take both of these now that I've got two to do a look with those. So let me know if you'd like to see a look with those. So the next one, getting up there a little bit more. I've played with this once, but I'm not going to say all that much about it. I did put photographs on my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that sort of thing. This has got two face products in it. On this side, a highlighter and a contour. I'm sorry, this is throwing my white balance off because of the gold palette. I have a few gripes with this palette, but not with the formula. The formula is beautiful, although a little bit inconsistent. I generally, and this is Carity by Posh by Carity. I don't know if this is a new release or a re-release of an old favourite. I generally love Carity, and I have the Unicorn Dreams palette. And if I want to do a lovely lavender look, you can't beat it. This one I was interested in because it looked funky, but I'm disappointed at the really pretty fun colours are all these tiny little things, and these are a mixture of golds and mattes and a giant black. No one uses that much black, and it's not even a super black. It's more like charcoal, I would say. Anyway, so not too much more about that. Let me know if you'd like to see a look. Otherwise, I'll just do some and post photos. But it is, you can get plenty of coupons for Carity that make it a little more in that middle of the range price point. So I don't like saying affordable because I don't know what's affordable to you. So, you know, the first couple were Pacifica is definitely a little bit lower end pricing if you get the buy one get one 50% off. This particular NYX line is quite inexpensive, but we'll see how it wears. So getting into the more spendy ones now. I picked up this Smashbox one, and it's the metallics. I think it's supposed to be called the soft metallics because they have 6 or 8 of these, and they had these out before they had the round cover shot ones they've got out now. Oh, these are called cover shot. Maybe the other one, the round one's called something else. But they only have 3 shadows in them, and one of them is giant. I really think they could have done 4 shadows. They look funky, but these are a much better value because those round ones with 3 shadows, one of them giant, which might not be your favourite or most used one, are $22. These are $29. And hopefully you can... And this one's, like I said, called the metallics, but I thought there was... Maybe there's another one that's called soft metallics, and this is the other. They're not especially vibrant, but they're a nice mix of metallic type colours. And I haven't touched this one at all yet, so I'm excited to play around with this one as well. I will need a companion palette, and that's where I like something like this in complementary colours, so I can do my all over matte and transition colours for my crease and lid in a matte, and then go in and, you know, do funky ombreing around the outer V and waving things around here. So and I just love the packaging. This is a holographic This is a hologram. Sorry, upside down. People, I'm so tired of brands putting out their makeup and saying this is holographic. No, it's not. It's duochrome or dichoric. It's got a shift. This is a true hologram. That's holographic. So, just a little pet peeve. Just don't mind me. This is one of my favourite brands. I have some others in this, and including this little one, which I also haven't dipped in too much. But this makes a great companion palette to lots of palettes, because it's got your white for under the brow bone just here and covering your whole lid, like I was explaining before that I do, and some nice mattes for transitioning, and then some pretty shimmers. And this is such a great formula. This is Viseart from Paris. This is the new Viseart Trist palette. They have others that look like this with the copper front, but this is the brand new Trist palette. I just picked this up off of Beautylish. Like I said, I will leave prices down below. This one you can get on Sephora. I don't know if they have this Trist one yet. But like I said, there are others that look like it. So the only thing I hate about it is it's hard for my fingers on a bad day, and people are going to break their nails. It's for such an expensive product that's really a beautiful formula and absolutely worth, well, I guess worth the money is up to you, but to me it is. I'm just kind of a little bit astonished at the not so great lid packaging, but it does have a nice big mirror, and it has the slot with all the colours. But I would like to do a video look with this one. So that's the colours. Let's get it in front of my face so it'll focus. Hopefully that's focused. And it's just really beautiful. It's got the soft blush pink, this peachy pink, this like, and you can, it hasn't got quite the middle of the range transition colour that I would like, but I can mix the light and this colour here, which is also, it's a matte, but it's got a tiny bit of ultra fine sparkle in it, so it really wouldn't show up as sparkling on the lid. So I haven't played with this yet, but I am dying to. I only just got this from Beautylish. It just got released. So let me know if you'd like to see a look with this sooner rather than later, and I'll make it a priority. Because you've already seen now the next one. And I'll companion palette this one as well, and I'll just show you what beautiful formulas they are. So my next one is actually my first Kat Von D purchase, if you can believe that. And I won't go into reasons why, but I'm over it, so there we go. This is the new metal matte. Clever. And she does do beautiful designs on her packaging. This is vegan, 100% cruelty free, not inexpensive, but everyone says the formula is spectacular. Everyone seems to love Kat Von D stuff, so I do have some lip liners of hers, and oh, one of my favourite lipsticks is one of hers, but these are all recent purchases. Like I said, I kind of got over it, the issue I had just with her. We all have products like that. Like, it's like everyone hates lime crime. I don't have any lime crime stuff either. I don't know. We all have our quirkies, right? This one is another brand new one. Haven't even touched it. I got it on Beautylish and picked all these palettes myself to put into the Inglot Freedom System palette. I just bought the five slots one. You can get a 2, a 3, maybe a 4, a 5, and you can get giant ones too. And you can swap these shadows in and out. They're magnetic. You can buy, these are the triple color ones. The 2 on the ends are shimmers. The ones in the middle are mattes. And I deliberately did pick up a warm pink, pale pink, and a cool pale pink. Kind of wish I'd just picked one and gone for something else a little more poppy, like something in the cranberry sort of range. But I'm excited to play with that. Love this little system. You can just buy these individually, and this is their rainbow range. If you're in Las Vegas, Caesar's Shops has an Inglot store, so you can go and look at all their great stuff. They're a great brand. And these little individuals are really, price per gram, pretty darn good. I'll put how much the palette was and how much each of the individuals were. And you can swap these out seasonally, or you don't even need to buy this. You can just put it in a magnetic palette you might already have. So that I'm dying to try out. This is the, I think, also fairly new, at least Ulta says it is, NYX Eyebrow Pencil. I'm loving this. This one is one I have been using. I just haven't done a real long wear test, or like out in the rain or snow test with it yet to see if it, but it's really just like the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It's a micro pencil. I need to get my face out of there. Anyway, it's the same as the Anastasia one. And I got this one in, look at it the right way maybe, ash brown, because I have such a lot of trouble with like medium browns or deep browns or taupes or all that sort of thing pulling red on me. So I thought if I get something a bit more ashy, and I was right, that they wouldn't do that as much. I have it on now. I have to tint my eyebrows because they grow out 3 different colours. Very dark, kind of like you see them now. I get gingers in there because I am a redhead underneath, very dark auburn, but it's mostly grey now. Excuse me, dry throat. And whites now, isn't that special? I actually managed to keep decent eyebrows through all the trends in over half a century. And yeah, it sucks. Anyway, but so I'm really enjoying this. I just have to update you with whether it is pretty. When I put it on my arm and sort of try and wipe it off, it's kind of hard to get off. So I imagine it would wear just fine in rain and snow or whatever. So what I also picked up was the Stila Glitter on the Go, or Glitter and Glow liquid. And I haven't played with these much at all. I think I've used this particular one once. I'm not going to take them all out and show you. This is Ballet Baby, I think. Yeah, Ballet Baby, and this is so pretty. Stila is now also cruelty free. They pulled out of China and they don't test on animals. Yay for them. And this is just such a pretty, can you see that? Go this way, Shez, dummy. It's a very sheer, it doesn't even really have a pink base, it's just basically a glitter, but it's a glitter with the fixative built in basically, but it will flake off on your face if you're touchy around your eyes, and you shouldn't do that anyway. That's a good way to get the flu. And there's a killer one going around right now, but it has pink, flecks, lilac, a couple of little green ones, couple gold, but I got the one I really wanted was called Retro Rose Gold, and they didn't have it in Ulta that day I was having my hair done. So I got Diamond Dust, which is your basic silvery glitter, and Ballet Baby, because one of the stylists in there that I see all the time, I'm friends with all the girls there, she was wearing it and I just loved it. And then I found this was sold out. Someone told me that Retro Rose Gold was in this 3-pack that Sephora was selling, but they'd sold out, but I found it on Beautylish. So I got these as well, and yes, I got the Retro Rose Gold. These are smaller, but honestly, you would not go through them in a hurry. So this 3-pack, if you can still find it, has Rose Gold Retro, Kitten Karma. Kitten is obviously Steela's cult favourite. It's been around as long as I've been in the US, which is I'm in my 20th year living in the US now. So Kitten is there, like it's a cult classic, and it's still a beautiful colour. I've always had it in my collection somehow, whether it's in a palette or a single, whatever. And the other one is Smouldering Satin, which looks like a pale rose gold. And they have all different glitters, so don't think you can't wear glitter just because you're older. You absolutely can. Glitter up. And I'm going to show you when I do some looks using these and getting my glitter on. So the other, this is starting to run a little bit long, but I've got 3 more products and 2 of them kind of match. So I picked up the Kristen Leanne, she's a YouTuber, collaboration with Urban Decay. This is the palette that, I'm not going to open up, it'll take too long. The packaging is really pretty, it's like see-through pink plastic, and then the palette's inside. But this is the palette layout that's driving everyone crazy. I did pop it open and take a look, and I thought, yeah, I can see how this messes with your OCD, and it does mine even. But I can also see how, with this layout, it makes your eyes jump around and try and make sense of it, and it gives you ideas. So I think it's, if people just get past, oh, my OCD, not that I'm poo-pooing anyone's OCD, because I have it, and it's not fun, I know that. I don't have it badly, and I think if you have it badly, it goes way past just the layout of a palette. But if you could just get past thinking about that and go in the store and pick it up and just look at it for a little bit and just see if your imagination doesn't start jumping around. So I bought the companion palette too. This one is all shimmers, metallics, and it's got a split white duochrome topper or converter that you can put with any of the colours and change them up. That's Leo and Brixton, those two, and one's kind of a cool silvery one with a shift, and one's more a snowy white with a shift. But like I said, I haven't really played around. I haven't played around with them at all. And unfortunately, there's an anti-theft sticker over there. But this is the matte palette Daydream that she created to go with it, which I think is awesome, because then you've got a matching formula set that go together as companion palettes. And you know, once out of the boxes, these aren't that heavy and bulky. I think they're really nice from what I've looked at them, and it did make my imagination jump around, so I'm looking forward to playing with those. And last but not least, oh no, I do have one more thing. I picked up, I've been messing around with wanting to pick this up for a long time. This is the Butter London Eye Glaze, and this is in Unicorn, and it's like a squishy pudding kind of formula, but it goes on really nicely, and it's not dissimilar to, it's the one in the middle there, sorry about my bruised hand, I knocked it against a drawer. It's not dissimilar to the Steeler ones, but it's still a bit different. I mean, this one has more of a wet sheen with finer glitter in it. So I'm kind of, oops, and I see, it's kind of like a slippery pudding, and I nearly knocked it out of the jar just by holding it up. So yeah, always screw that kind of thing down tight, because they dry out. I've yet to meet a brand that doesn't dry out. So the last thing I'll touch on today, just because I am wearing it, is these new Buxom lip pencils. They're big, and this is the one I'm okay, Let's try and get this right. This is the one I'm wearing today, which is Dolly, like their most famous lip colour for Buxom. Dolly Danger. There's always a Dolly in every range, and this is basically your warm, dusty rose colour that so many of us go for. And I'm really liking these. They're matte. I've got it on now. They're matte and they stay put quite nicely. So they give you a matte look without, they're not transfer proof, so they're not a dry down matte. They're not a liquid. They're just like a matte, almost crayon, but you can get nice lines with it. And I love the fact, like especially if you want to overdraw your lips a bit where feathering starts, or you just like to overdraw your lips. And I love the fact that it comes with its own lip brush. So it's like a self-contained unit. You can throw in your travel bag or even your purse if you like to carry a big purse, to like spread it out and get really nice crisp lines around your lip, or fill in where you're missing pigmentation, like I'm missing pigmentation there. And I must admit I like this colour better. This it's called Anonymous Allure, and Buxom I think are fairly reasonably priced for, you know, buying it in places like Sephora and Ulta prestige brands. So I'm actually really liking this. It doesn't dry my lips out. It looks matte. It stays pretty well. You can put a topper on it. I'll give you a quick look at, this is the Becca Topaz Gilt topper. Their liquid crystal toppers. And this one's Topaz and it has kind of a purpley and green shift in it. So you can take these if you're feeling a bit dry and just put a topper or just a lip gloss. I mean, I like these toppers over something matte because they have a nice shift and they give your lips a nice glossy look, but they don't kind of dissolve away the pencil, unlike with a liquid lipstick that dries down matte and sucks all the moisture out of your lips. So I'm really enjoying these so far and can highly recommend them, actually. I think it's a great formula. You can get a matte look without all the moisture sucking drama of a liquid lip, and they have good staying power. They're not transfer proof, but they have good staying power. And like I said, look nice with a topper or a gloss or something over the top, because they do kind of leave a stain that wears down nice and evenly. And I love the fact that there's a lip brush so that you can like put some on and spread it around and get nice, clean, crisp lines. So that's it for today.